Coming up on Peninsula Beat, the city of Rancho Palos Verdes is working to keep your vehicles safe. A local high school says goodbye to a longtime educator. It's that time of year when we celebrate Mother Earth. A young film student is making her mark on a national level. It was big country fun to raise money for this local charity. One local sports star has been a standout at PV High and looks to continue the journey in college. And it's that time of year when we remember Mom. Are you ready for the big day? The city of Rancho Palos Verdes and the Lomita Sheriff's Department work together to implement programs to keep our residents safe. The latest program focuses on vehicle safety. Here's more from RPV Administrative Analyst Jacqueline Ruiz.
So one of our major concerns at City Hall and working with the Sheriff's Department is keeping RPV safe. Public safety is a top priority for us, and we know that working with the community is a great way to make a really big impact. And so we created a campaign, Lock and Look, to help create more awareness about the theft from unlocked vehicles. And it's a great way to connect with community members, engage them, have them participate, and see how they can make a difference.
Tell us about the safety report cards and what they have on them and what people will see.
So city staff, in collaboration with the Sheriff's Department, created the safety report card, which is really easy to use and really easy to read for RPV residents. And we're asking for volunteers, especially from HOA boards or block captains or Boy Scouts or Girl Scout troops, to contact me and look for volunteer opportunities. So I have safety report cards ready to go.
Okay.
And we're asking volunteers to observe vehicles that are parked on public property. Okay. And they're just going to look to see, does the car door look unlocked? Are there valuables in plain sight? Is the window rolled down? They're going to check off the appropriate boxes on the safety report card and then just pop it on the windshield. The driver comes back and notices, maybe I did have my electronics out, or my wallet out, or my purse out. Maybe my door was unlocked, and it's a good reminder. We want to change those behaviors and make sure our PV residents are safe. Before you get out of the car, you just take those few seconds, make sure that nothing's valuable, and if you need to leave it, make sure it's locked in your trunk. Locking the car is the first one, okay. And making sure that you don't have any valuables in plain sight or in the usual hiding places that thieves might go to necessarily, or have your window cracked or rolled down. Just taking those few simple steps before you exit your car and you leave will help possibly not make you a victim.
Right. What's the response been like so far from residents that maybe found a report card on their car?
So our volunteers on patrol that are through the Lomita Sheriff Station have distributed the cards near the Del Cerro Park area and also the neighborhood area near Hawthorne Boulevard and I think it's Ridgecrest.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. And residents are responding positively to it. And we've also have had residents that want to volunteer and distribute those cards in their neighborhoods too. So we're getting ready to do that with them.
Some of our residents want to contact City Hall about, being a volunteer. What do they have to do?
So residents are asked to contact me. Residents can call me at City Hall directly at 310-544-5305, or they can go onto the city's website and look at our public safety page. All the information is there as well.
As the school year winds down, so does the career of a beloved principal here on the Hill. Peninsula High will say goodbye to their own leader, Mitzi Kress. I had a chance to sit down with Peninsula's principal, who talked candidly about why it's time for her to step down.
7 years being the principal, why decide to retire now?
I'm tired. I'm going to be 64 this year, and
that's very young.
A typical day is 14 hours. Yeah. And I have always believed that if I'm going to be the principal of this high school, I have to be all in. I have to be at every event. And I'm out most evenings until 9 o'clock, and I just find such joy watching the students perform or representing Peninsula High School at a forum. I mean, I live and breathe this school, but when I'm heading home and I'm tired, right. And when I'm getting up in the morning and I'm thinking, oh gosh, if I could just sleep in another hour. That's when you have to listen to your body, because this school deserves 100%. And I can't give that anymore.
I read that you said that maybe you'd be spending some time traveling, maybe south of the equator.
That's a bit out of control. My husband's ready to shoot me. I'm basically going to be traveling for 6 months.
Wow.
And we've planned all sorts of trips and doing all the things that we have dreamed of doing. We put a list together.
Sleeping into and enjoying yourself.
I'm going to be awfully busy, awfully busy traveling, but I think that will help. Because it is kind of scary to have this much responsibility and, every day to be so busy and phone calls and making decisions and going from that to, do I get up or do I go back to bed and sleep 30 more minutes?
What do you think you will miss the most?
Oh, the people. The people. It's going to be hard.
Do you think that you find yourself maybe getting back into some kind of an educational something maybe down the road?
That's not on my radar. Right now on my radar is traveling, gardening, spending time with my grandchildren. Yeah.
Listen, if it makes you feel any better, I know that Vin Scully enjoys going to the hardware store now that he can just do whatever he wants to do. So I think that you're entitled to do whatever you want to do, Mitzi.
Oh, well, boy, you think about him and his many years. I'm feeling like a wimp.
No, you know what? We all have our time working and working hard, and you've certainly done that. You know who the next principal will be, Brent Kuykendall.
Yes.
What kind of advice are you giving him stepping into this position?
I'm not giving him any advice. He's a very capable administrator. What I am offering him is any support he needs, sharing information with him. We've had several meetings. I have faith he's going to do a fabulous job. He is a Panther. He did graduate, and he knows Kelly Johnson really well. I know him really well, and we're going to be a phone call away if he needs anything. And I think that he is just going to be a perfect fit for Peninsula High.
What do you think your last day will be like?
I think that I'll have a tear in my eye.
Emotional.
And I think I will feel like I did the best I could.
And you can see more from my interview with Mitzi Kress on the next episode of Around the Peninsula. Earth Day reminds all of us the importance of taking care of Mother Earth. And this year, the city of Rancho Palos Verdes and the city of Rolling Hills hosted an event at the promenade on the peninsula. Many residents came out for the Earth Day fair, along with many interesting animals. Here's more from the event.
Earth Day, a very important day, and actually I would say every day should be Earth Day, honestly. So this is all about taking care of the planet. That means picking up litter, that means recycling, that means trying to reduce how much water you're using, because we have these limited resources. So it's very important that people realize that resources are just not endless. There's something you actually have to manage. You have to think about that. A lot of people are taking out their lawns, they're putting in these water-wise gardens. So one of the things we're giving away today are these little succulents as prizes, and of course that helps you reduce your water. Generally we have our parks programs, and we have our hike program, and so that's all about getting people outside, out into the outdoor areas, hiking. And I think when you're out there and you see what's out there, you actually develop a respect, I think, for nature, and you realize how important it is, because everybody needs that time away from their computer. They need time away from your office. You need to get out there, kind of commune with nature, and just realize that we're very blessed. First of all, we live in a very beautiful place. Clean air, clean water. The country is very, concerned about that, and I think in Rancho Palos Verdes, that's something very important to the people in Rancho Palos Verdes too.
So tell me what Earth Day is.
Well, Earth Day is on this Saturday, and you can recycle or help pick up trash, and it's a day to appreciate our Earth.
Okay, and so I know you guys were here at the RPV City booth. Now, what did you win?
I won a Frisbee.
Nice.
Yes. I won a mystery box, and then I picked this.
part of learning about Earth Day is learning about these amazing animals from Reptacular Animals. Now, most of these animals were adopted, and as you can see, they're very friendly. There's kids all over the place here, and this is about as close as I'm going to get. When did you acquire this?
We acquired this about 3 months ago. There was a couple that was having a child and didn't want her in the same house as their newborn.
Why is it that she's very friendly with you, but maybe not so much in the wild?
Well, she's used to being handled. They're always around us, just like anything. The more they're around something, the more accustomed they are to it. In the wild, not so much. But we are not on their menu. At least not at this size.
How heavy is she?
I would have to say about 70 pounds.
It's like people sort of forget that Earth Day is really every day, right?
Absolutely, and of course I'm here to encourage folks to conserve water. Yes. That's a very precious resource that we have that folks seem to think that it's easy to come by, but where we are it's not, because we're in an arid area that's subject to drought, and what do we have a lot of? People, population. People continue to come and they consume the water.
Water is a limited resource for the planet, and the better job we can do of saving water and not using as much water is going to contribute to saving water for the planet, for all of us. So the better we can do at conserving, the more water we're going to have for future generations and for all the nice things that we like to do.
And when we come back, it's that time of year to remember Mom, and the Terranea Resort does it with style. And one local student is rewarded for her hard work in the classroom. We'll be right back.
These are the good times.
Come on! Bring on! Get her up! Get her up! Yo! My grandma looks better than you doing push-ups, and she's 85 years old!
Such a good life.
For more info, go to OperationGraduation.com.
When's the last time you only had to tell your kids something once? Telling them not to smoke is no different. Find out how at keepkidsfromsmoking.com.
There are many talented filmmakers in Southern California, and one of them is a student at Peninsula High. Caitlin Kelly entered her documentary on depression in a contest called the Great America No Bull Challenge, and she won. This is a national award that focuses on filmmaking that is combined with social media to inspire change at the student level. We had a front row seat in her classroom when Caitlin found out she was the winner. Here's more.
Caitlin's a sophomore. She's been with us for 2 years in video production, and her first film was amazing, so I knew she was going to be really talented. This came out of an assignment for a documentary, and she put it all together herself, got everybody to act, even rented my room for a day and got a whole group of kids to sit in there. So energetic, engineering, talented, amazing kid.
You know, when you see somebody who has the talent, did you have a feeling that this would be an award winner, or?
We have, actually we do. I did think that initially, like she's going to do really great things, but we have a lot of our kids do really good stuff. So Caitlin, what was unusual was that she was a freshman and she was already doing amazing work. So it's pretty clear that she came with editing and skill, filmmaking skill. A lot of times our job as teachers is just to not get in the way of that kind of kid, and that's the kind of student she is.
I just kind of looked up film contests, and then it kind of popped up, and then I was like, oh hey, this one kind of looks cool, and I just thought, why not enter it and try?
What are the prerequisites? Like, what's kind of the guidelines that they ask you?
Well, I know for a PSA, it had to be 30 to 60 seconds, and then my film was over that, so it was about 2 minutes to 5 minutes long, and that's kind of what my video was.
What gave you the idea to focus on depression in the first place?
I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it because a lot of people are too scared to talk about it. So I thought I wanted to think about a subject for the film contest, and it's a subject that I'm passionate about. So it made me come up with the idea of putting together depression.
I'm most proud of it for her. It brings honor to the school, but that doesn't really matter that much to us. What's nice is that she gets this award, and a lot of our kids, it's a very academic school, and the arts sometimes get second, shift. So I think this is nice for her because arts are important to us, and I think it'll benefit her in her future.
My last question is, were you surprised today when you found out?
Okay, so I walked into class and then I saw the camera and I was like, oh, hey, we're probably either having something, maybe a presentation or something about it. And then I've seen you on RPV TV and I was like, okay, so I know where they're from. So maybe we're doing something, but then why would they have a camera? And then so much was going through my head. And then all of a sudden when he said the Great American No Bull Challenge, I just kind of, yeah. And then all of a sudden my parents appeared and I don't know what happened.
Is this something that you want to pursue? Obviously, you're very good at it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a director, so yeah.
The local nonprofit Ride to Fly held its annual country carnival to raise money for the Therapeutic Horse Riding Organization. Here's more with the executive director, Gail Grove.
Ride to Fly is a therapeutic horseback riding program for the mentally and physically challenged.
So how about today's event? It's obviously to raise money for Ride to Fly, but kind of walk me through what all there is to look at the event.
Well, we're in the room where we have our silent auction, and we've got a lot of great things in here and reasonably priced. And we have pony rides, we have face painting, we have arts and crafts. With the pony rides, you get your picture taken. And we have booth games, and we had lawn games, and you can line dance or whatever you want and watch the gymkhana, and it's just a lot of fun.
What do you think of today's event?
It was great. It's nice to be able to come out and be with the kids having fun and music and, I don't know, good weather.
What did you guys do today so far?
What did you do today?
Besides have French fries.
Did you go on a pony ride? Did you get on the horsey? And got some painting here and some games.
What did she think of the horse ride and how'd she do?
Oh, she did great. This was her first time.
You got started with Ride to Fly as not an instructor, but as
I was a student. I had multiple sclerosis. They had dismissed me from all my PT. I was 45 years old, but I still was kind of a mess. So somebody said, you ride horses. There's this place, a therapeutic riding center called Ride to Fly in Palos Verdes, right near where you live, and they said, go check it out. And I did, and the rest is history. We have a lot of children who have trouble with speech and language. And interestingly enough, horseback riding stimulates somehow speech and language, and we don't exactly know why. We have kids that have never spoken a word before and are saying, I love you, Mommy. So that is a huge thing, not only for the student, but for the family. It's really gratifying. And it gives the families hope to see their kids grow in another way. They usually don't see their kids in therapy because they're behind closed doors with a therapist. But here they're getting therapy out in the open, out in the air, on a horse, and having fun, smiling, and they don't even know they're getting therapy. So it's a very unique kind of a therapeutical situation.
And what kind of children or what kind of clients does Ride to Fly have?
We start, our youngest age is 4 years old, and we have no upper age limit. We take all disabilities unless it is detrimental to the person.
So how would someone get involved in the program?
You can go to ridetofly.com on our website and volunteer. There's volunteer applications, and if you're interested in being a participant, a rider, a client, then there's also a client download that you can do. So we need volunteers all the time, so we're always welcoming people to come and help us because we're almost running a 5-day-a-week program now. with the horses during the week and on Saturday. So the more the merrier. We love people to come and help Ride to Fly.
And when we come back, what are you doing for your mom on Mother's Day? And one local athlete goes the extra mile as she gets ready for college. Don't go away.
Get out your phone right now and save this number. It's the Lomita Sheriff Station. That's your local police. 310-539-1661. They want to help, and you know what? This is your chance to make sure you have their number. That's 310-539-1661. Your local sheriff station wants to keep you safe, and they want to hear from you. They want to know if there's a strange car in front of your house. They want to know if you're worried about a solicitor that came by, knocking on your door, and you had a funny feeling about them. There's nothing wrong with having the sheriff come by and check your house, whether you're home or not. That's why they're here, to help. The Lomita Sheriff Station wants to know when you're out of town, because they know that the burglars want to know. Help your local sheriff station be one step ahead of the burglars. Let the police know first when you're not home, and they'll keep an eye on the place for you. It doesn't hurt, and it's free. Take out your phone right now. You're probably on it right now Googling something or reading someone's post about their kid watching a silly cat video. So take less than a minute and pop this number on your phone. 310-539-1661. It's your local sheriff station and they don't mind swinging by. If you have a funny feeling about something, call them. They want to hear from you and they want to keep you safe. Here you go, last chance. 310-539-1661. 310-539-1661.
And in sports, PV High School soccer standout Jessica Lazo has big plans next fall when she'll be continuing her education and sports career at the University of Kentucky. But this senior star is grateful for all she's learned at her time at PV High. Here's more. You're going to the University of Kentucky and you're going to play soccer there. What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge, the biggest difference between this and that?
Definitely speed of play, and I'm going to have a lot more endurance, be in the best shape of my life, and fight for every ball, be super aggressive.
How does running help you with soccer?
Running helps me in soccer by keeping me in really good shape and helping me increase my speed. So that's one of the reasons why I do track, and I also really like it.
And talking about your time and your time constraints, I mean, you have school and you have club teams you play on after. How do you balance everything?
I just make a lot of sacrifices, and I think it's all worth it. So I'm glad I'm doing it.
Do you find time to go out with your friends and still have a good time?
During club season, not as much, but during high school season, I have the weekends off where I can spend time with my friends. And then in the summer, I'll have a lot of time with my friends to hang out and do extra stuff.
So Southern California girl, you're going to Kentucky. Tell me what it was like the first time that you went there.
Going into Kentucky, a lot of people were like, why are you looking at Kentucky? That's in the middle of nowhere. And going into Kentucky, I was like, okay, I already went on a ton of virtual tours. I was like, okay, I think I might want to go here. And then when I visited, I just already knew I would love the school, with the basketball. Basketball is crazy there. I went to a basketball game. I saw them play Vanderbilt. And just the overall campus, the dorms are so nice. Everyone is so nice. I stayed with a girl on the team, and just the whole environment was so welcoming.
What do you think that you've learned the most here at PV?
I've learned, coming in as a sophomore, it was kind of difficult because I didn't know many people, but I learned that I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But I've grown to have so many close friends, and I was totally wrong. Everyone is so sweet, and I'm really blessed that I go here.
What do you have to do you think, and maybe for advice to other student athletes, to get to that next level and just to be a little bit better than the next person? What do you have to do?
Just work every single day. Never give up. Some people are like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do that. I'm not good enough. You can't think like that. If you think like that, then you're not good enough. If you have the mentality where you want to be great, then you're going to be great. I wasn't on the best club team. My coaches didn't believe in me. I was on a downward slope. I was so out of shape. And then I was like, you know what? I believe that I can if I push myself, I can be great. So I left that team. I went to a really high level team. The coach let me on the team and he's like, I just want to let you know, the forwards on this team are really good, so it's going to be hard for you to get playing time. And I was like, okay, like that's what I want. I want a challenge. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going to Kentucky too.
Professional soccer, maybe?
I was thinking about maybe like going to Europe after college soccer and playing there, but I don't know. I just want to explore the world and see where it takes me.
And finally, it's that time of year when it's all about mom, and the Terranea Resort has a few ideas to help make the day just a little more special. Here's more.
Okay, for the person who hasn't planned ahead and has to rush out and get something, we're really local. So come down to Moorea. We have all sorts of fun things all through the year, but particularly now. So we have gorgeous handbags. Who doesn't need another bag? Bracelets. We have a trunk show going on this weekend, and we're promoting Zaheti jewelry. So come check that out. We have lots of home items, obviously clothing, sunglasses. We have some shoes, all kinds of things. And of course, if you don't know what mum wants or you don't want to guess, the obvious is to get a gift card and let her choose what she wants on the day.
Okay, now on the day and around the day, there's a lot of fun things going on here as well. Tell us what's going on here over the weekend and indefinitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mother's Day becomes Mother's Weekend. So all our restaurants are offering Mother's Day specials, not least, of course, Mother's Day brunch in the ballroom, which is a special event for Mother's Day. And we still have openings. I mean, we're 2 weeks out. We have some openings in the morning. So we're filling up quickly. Marcel and Catalina Kitchen are already fully committed, but the ballroom brunch has space available. So does Bashi, which is always fun. And then if you want mum to bring her dog along too, I guess Nelson's is the perfect venue for that. You could go to the spa, of course, and we have appointments available, so please call quickly if you're thinking of the spa. But again, you could give a gift card and she could come to the spa at another time and enjoy family time. We have an oceanside painting class on Friday, which would be fun for the whole family to do. And actually, we're starting a plein air painting class every Sunday in the summer, so she could book that for a fun thing to do later on. Kids Club are offering a great deal, 10% off on Friday and Saturday and 20% off on Sunday as a special Mother's Day gift from us for mums with small children. So lots and lots of things to do.
And just for people that just want to know a little bit more about the spa, because I think that is for sort of the ultimate luxury, tell us about the different things that they can do in the spa. I know there's massage, so let's go through it.
Yeah, I mean, the spa is a full-service salon and spa, and of course, fitness center. So we have anything from the lovely pool, just hang out and relax and don't do anything, which is probably my idea of fun, or for those more physically inclined, there is a range of classes available at the fitness center. And then, of course, the treatments vary from a facial through to a scrub to a massage, and then the salon. Don't forget the salon. When you've had your day of being pampered, you can finish off with your hair and your nails being done before you leave for your dinner, maybe. For the month of May, if you want to give a gift of a stay here at Terranea, if you book a 2-night stay, we'll give you 25% off, which is a great deal. You can then spend that extra money on something special for her while she's here. So, you know, everything and anything is possible. You can go all out and have a really expensive weekend, or you can do something simple as just come here for a coastal walk and contact our activities center. But be sure to spend some time here. We'd love to see you.
And that will do it for us. For all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. We'll see you next time.